ladies and gentlemen, esteemed partners and sponsors, and most importantly, our beloved communities. Welcome to the Tobago Heritage Festival 2024. As we embark on the 37th year of this festival, our theme is We Come Back. Back to our communities, back to our villages, back to our true indigenous heritage presentations and productions. We are bringing back iconic events such as Yesterday's Children, Bell Manor Riots, and the Courtship Codes. We want to highlight the importance of coming back to our roots, celebrating the people and the communities that make Tobago so special. Get ready for an unforgettable experience as we say, we come back to our true essence. We want to encourage each and every one of you to continue to support our cultural development and preservation in any way that you can. Your support is truly invaluable. Together, we can continue to make a positive impact that will be felt for generations to come. Thank you, and see you in July.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is with immense pride and excitement that I address you to officially launch the 2024 Tobago Heritage Festival. The Tobago Heritage Festival is not just an event. It is a journey back to our roots. This year's theme, We Come Back. Back to our communities, back to our villages, back to our true indigenous heritage presentations and productions. It captures the true essence of revitalizing the culture and traditions that have shaped our identity for generations. This year marks the 37th successful hosting of the festival, and we are proud to officially dub the month of July as Tobago Heritage Month, a time when our island comes alive with rhythms, flavors, and stories of our ancestors. The festival continues to offer an unparalleled opportunity for economic growth on the island. Every stakeholder, from local artisan and vendor to hospitality businesses and transportation services, stand to benefit. Our vibrant cultural displays will attract visitors, boost tourism, and provide a significant economic uplift to the island. The heart of this festival beats in our communities. We are empowering each village to manage its own productions to ensure authenticity and sustainability. The Tobago Festival Commissions Limited and the Tobago House of Assembly are here to support you, fostering an environment where our heritage can flourish sustainably. As we embark on this journey, let us celebrate the essence of Tobago. Let us honor our heritage and support our communities as we showcase the vibrant culture that makes our island unique. Thank you.
impacted by Hurricane Beryl, chaos at the Scarborough Port as sailing resumes, villagers in northeast Tobago band together to clear roadways, and TEMA director has eyes on Invest 96L as it approaches the Caribbean. Good evening, I am Bianna Brebner. Welcome to the Tobago Updates Television News for Tuesday, 2nd July 2024. To our top story, CARICOM leaders convened in a virtual session today to address the severe damage caused by Hurricane Beryl to Grenadans' territories of Grenada and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell of Grenada and Ralph Gonzalez of St. Vincent and Grenadines presented reports highlighting extensive destruction to Carriacou, Canoan, Union Island and Meru. In response to the crisis, the government of Trinidad and Tobago is urgently mobilizing relief supplies which will be dispatched by marine crafts tonight. Recognizing the strong familial ties between these islands and Trinidad and Tobago, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley has extended an offer to school-aged children from the affected areas. These children will be allowed into Trinidad and Tobago to stay with family members during the current school holiday period. The rapid response underscores the solidarity and support within the Caribbean community during this time of crisis. It was chaos at the Scarborough Port as hundreds of passengers waited to board the inter-island ferries to return to Trinidad after services resumed following the passage of Hurricane Beryl. Despite the addition of a sailing on the galleon's passage, many people, including passengers with vehicles, were forced to wait to find out if they were able to board. More in this report from Candice Jackson.
The line of vehicles stretched all the way down Milford Road from the Scarborough Port to the Coast Guard base in the heat of the day because it was first come, first serve for individuals to get back to Trinidad on the inter-island ferry. Sailings were affected by the passage of the Hurricane Beryl on Monday. The Tobago Inter-Island Transportation Company Limited tried to accommodate as many passengers as possible on Sunday before the hurricane hit. However, hundreds were left behind. As a result, those with cancelled sailings and passengers with confirmed tickets for Tuesday were forced to gather at the port where they were allowed to board on a first-come, first-served basis. This was not appreciated by many passengers.
Well, I actually booked my ticket today for 4 o'clock, and the fact that now it's first-come, first-served makes no sense because now we have to try it again, this long line, because we're all the way down there.
We are expecting to get in the ferry. If we're not getting through with this one, we're expecting to go 4 o'clock. Well, we don't have no choice, just wait. Expecting to reach home safe.
We actually were booked to sail this morning at 6:30, right? And no sailing has taken place for the entire day. This is the first sailing, and they have already all the vehicles to go on this sailing is already booked inside.
The Bucca Reef was scheduled to depart Scarborough at 12 p.m. and the APT James at 4 p.m. The galleon's passage also assisted with the traffic at 5 p.m. However, what upset passengers was a lack of communication. They also said more sailings should have been added.
It is a long wait. There's no kind of communication taking place. We had to call Trinidad to find out what is going on. We actually thought we missed our sailing this morning. But through talking to a lady by the ATM just now, then I got to find out that this is the first sailing. So nobody is informing anyone in line what is taking place. And I think we could do better as a country now.
I just find like they could have sent at least another boat or try to make 3 or 4 trips today because, I mean, there's a lot of people and there were supposed to be 3 boats yesterday, 3 boats today, but there's only 2 boats today. I mean, so it's for six boats you're trying to fit into 2 boats. So, I mean, kind of sucks.
4 o'clock my ticket and I had to wait for everybody to go on before me. If I had a ticket, I should get through right when my time is. I don't have to wait for nobody else to go through before me, right?
They did try to send something like 11 o'clock last night when everybody is sleeping. I tried to call, nobody answered. And this morning, same thing, nobody was answering. So that's the only communication that we got so far.
Well, I've been speaking to some people and I heard that they would take people with tickets and the standby people would have to like leave. So hopefully that's the case and hopefully I get one because I really want to get back home.
They're not updating as much when you go and ask. It's them the woman over here, nothing new.
On Wednesday, the sailings of the Buku Reef at 2 p.m. and the Galleon's Passage at 4 p.m. are expected to accommodate the remaining passengers and vehicles affected by Hurricane Beryl. Well, it's been a long wait for many of these people, and we hope that they can get back down to Trinidad as soon as possible. I am Candace Jackson reporting for Tobago Updates Television News from Scarborough.
During Hurricane Beryl's passage through Tobago, many villages across the island lost electricity and trees fell into roadways. However, Tobago did not experience the full brunt of the hurricane, which unfortunately adversely affected Carriacou, Grenada, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Director of Tobago Emergency Management Agency Alan Stewart appeared on the Tobago Updates morning show to provide insights on the amount of damage done, while also sharing information about the developing new system. Ariana Scipio has the report.
After Hurricane Beryl, TEMA Director Alan Stewart reported 48 roof incidents, 31 fallen trees, collapsed structures and 2 marine incidents on the island.
These challenges, we have our own challenges where we recognize that there are still areas without electricity.
Stewart noted that Charlottesville received most of the strong winds from the hurricane.
Emphatically is that the system passed just around 42 miles, the radius of it or the center of it passed just about 42 miles northeast of Charlottesville.
Okay.
However, it's from a very scientific point of view to understand why we were spared.
Stewart shared that the hurricane force winds went out to about 18 miles, noting that the island was spared from these winds, highlighting that the southern side of a hurricane is the weaker side. Stewart said Tobagonians should pay close attention to the new system that's developing east of Tobago.
We see winds are already up to 13 miles per hour.
Okay.
And therefore, we have to keep our eyes on that system. It started a little lower. Trinidad, Tobago is located 11 degrees north of the equator. We saw that approaching just around between 8 degrees, 8 point something degrees north.
Meanwhile, Director Stewart expressed sympathy to our neighboring Caribbean countries who have been hit hard by Hurricane Beryl. Ariana Scipio, Tobago Updates Television News.
We'll take a short break and come back with more. Stay with us.
Last year, October 2023, the island tilted. The peaceful bliss of sea, sun, and sand was transcended as we took to the streets to revel in paradise.
Such a nice place! Tobago Carnival, we're right here. We're not leave it till we go right down.
It's the greatest, it's the best, it's safe, and it's beautiful.
I love Tobago, baby. Coming back next year. Hey!
Playing pan on the streets is a magical experience. When the band strike up, it's rhythm, steel, and powder. This is Tobago Carnival, Pan in Paradise.
Tobago is the best.
Tobago Carnival is the new home for the legend of Calypso. Where else can you get sweet Calypso music that gives you that nostalgic feeling?
Soca Titans is we title, is we monarch. We build artists from scratch who can perform with the best. Real Titans of Soca.
When last you've been to a party, plenty women looking so nice. We must be in paradise.
This year, ritual takes on new space and dimension. Traditions will be reimagined, breaking free and taking on new meaning on the road.
I love the energy!
This year, the revelry is bigger and better. More colors, more meaning. Great packages for the masqueraders. Tobago Carnival is freedom.
This year promoting safety in all events for Tobago Carnival. This year promoting whining, not minding people business. This year promoting clean fun, security and freedom.
Freedom to be any version of yourself that you choose to be with love and safety. Here, you have permission to be you, uninhibited and free.
So what you waiting on? This year, this October 2024, experience the ritual, revel in paradise, release yourself. From the greatest little island on the planet, this is the Tobago Carnival 2024. Every time, every single time.
Crime is a bigger threat than hurricanes, according to Tobago Business Chamber Chairman Martin George. While he expressed gratitude to the authorities for their response to Hurricane Beryl and relief that the damages were not as bad, he said the murder of 30-year-old Nathan Roach hours before the disaster on Sunday night is a bigger concern.
Now, it is quite absurd that we are in the month of July and we have had 11 murders thus far in Tobago. And clearly, this is an even bigger problem than the threat of the hurricane, because this threatens the very foundation and essence of our livelihood, of our tourism industry, of the peace, sanctity, security, and safety for which Tobago has been known over the years.
George does not believe enough is being done about crime and calls for more action from the authorities.
We call upon the authorities, we call upon the THA, we call upon central government, we call upon the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service to redouble all efforts to ensure that we regain that safety, security, and sanctity for Tobago so that it doesn't end up being like Milton's Paradise Lost.
Nathan Roach of Mount Pleasant was found shot multiple times in his bedroom on Sunday night. Despite being rushed to the Scarborough General Hospital, he died during treatment. Police are investigating the incident. Lansformie and Palativere were not only cut off from electricity as a result of Hurricane Beryl, but also from communications. Many fallen trees affected the area's electricity supply. Because communication were also disrupted, residents were unable to alert authorities. Instead, they rallied together to clear the debris themselves until help arrived. TNT crews had to wait until trees were cleared from the road to access the lines damaged by the hurricane and conducted repairs to restore electricity. In providing a report during urgent questions in the Senate today, Minister of Public Utilities Marvin Gonzalez assured that all electricity will be restored by the end of the day.
And in Tobago, 98% of the communities, their electricity supply have been restored. And that by 6 p.m. today, all of the affected areas, they're expected to have their full restoration of electricity. And that is because they have been expediting their response to the disaster and to the impact of Hurricane Beryl.
Communications was also restored to the affected communities. There were no other reports of incidents in those communities as a result of the hurricane. Shifting a bit from news of Hurricane Beryl to this. Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs Reginald Amor presented the bail amendment bill, which was passed during yesterday's session of the House of Representatives. This bill has been in the Parliament for a while, rising out of Akil Charles' case, in which Charles was in remand for 9 years before being freed from prison. Attorney General Reginald Amor explained that the bill will allow those accused of murder to apply for bail. Here's more.
Minister Reginald Amor explained that this bill gives masters the ability to grant bail and provide the right of appeal for the accused or the prosecution to appeal against the refusal to grant bail. He said it also gives the right to impose conditions on the exercise of the court's discretion to grant bail while imposing an enhanced burden on persons charged with serious offences.
It will serve due process. It will protect the right of the individual to bail subject to the court, that is to say, an independent arm constitutionally endowed with the powers to determine the application before it. The court will assess whether the application that is made is an application that is worth granting or not.
Opposition leader Kamla Prasad Bisesa granted the opposition support of the bill, explaining that it remedies some of the deficiencies Minister Amor outlined. She noted that it remedies some of the law's effects in light of Akili Charles's case, which give balance of proportionality.
We are prepared to support it. And has nothing to do with rubbish, I tell you. Nothing to do with garbage. This has to do, as you say, in the public interest of the people of Trinidad and Tobago. So while we will support the bill, it is clear that this is not a plaster.
She said that the denial of bail alone is not the answer to fighting crime. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley stated that they have been grappling with this bill for a while, noting that he believes it will assist the TTPS in putting some pressure on those who have chosen a life of crime.
The police are the ones who ask the government, the parliamentarians, to put this measure in place, to deal not with every citizen, but with a small number of people who are literally terrorizing the population.
Dr. Rowley said the purpose of this bill is to prevent people from using the goodwill of the population to terrorize the nation. Ariana Scipio, Tobago Updates Television News.
You're watching the Tobago Updates Television News. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Tobago Updates. Stay with us, there's more.
Cafe, the buffet restaurant that specializes in all your tasty local dishes. For breakfast and for lunch. Breakfast includes coconut bake and sada roti, served with chokers, bull joil, and sausages in tomato sauce. Not forgetting beef and cheese pies, shepherd's pie, macaroni pie, and rice in various styles. Meat served in a variety of flavors, garden salads, and pasta salads. All this accompanied by fruit juices, coconut water, your choice of a great combination to appease your taste buds. So call us today to order, as we are here to accommodate your busy schedules or if you are having a cooking day off.
Dance Ensemble Tobago presents our signature event, a festival of dancing, Tobago Dance Sport Championship and Dancing with the Caribbean Stars. Dance in with DNA, our 11th edition, Saturday, July 6th at 5 p.m., Shore Park Cultural Complex. Featured in this year's lineup, Assemblyman Trevor James, Mrs. Petal Daniel Benoit, Mrs. Diane Baker Henry, Miss Davia Chambers, Miss Leslie Ann Ellis, and Miss Sinel Dempster. Limited early bird tickets, adults $150, after party only $100. Children pay $75 at the door. You don't want to miss this one. Get your tickets early from Dance Ensemble class members, D&D Jewelers at Tobago United Cooperative, Milford 24 Gas Station Canaan, and the Shore Park Cultural Complex box office. For more information, contact Nikisha White at 772-9049 or Nelisa Dick 340-5758.
Welcome back. Minority leader Kelvon Morris posted on his Facebook page his relief that the island survived Hurricane Beryl. Morris extended thanks to the government officials, first responders and volunteers who worked to protect residents, noting that their selflessness and dedication ensured that Tobago was prepared and protected. He said their actions saved lives and safeguarded homes and other infrastructure. The minority leader also shared that he went out with a team in his electoral district, Darrell Spring Wim, to assess the impact of the hurricane in the area. He shared that minimal damage was observed with only a few fallen trees. Morris shared gratitude that the island did not face the brunt of the hurricane and expressed sympathy for those who have experienced it at full force. The Killigrew mangroves will also be included in the Blue Carbon project. Hurricane Beryl tore through the southeastern Caribbean as a monstrous Category 5 storm, leaving a trail of destruction in its wake. While the island of Tobago dodged the brunt of the hurricane's fury, our Caribbean neighbors are now grappling with the aftermath. We go live with Luke Damstrom for the latest.
While some Caribbean islands grappled with the dangerous and life-threatening conditions unleashed by Hurricane Beryl, Tobago was spared the storm's wrath. Beryl, a record-breaking behemoth, became the earliest Category 4 hurricane ever recorded in the Atlantic Ocean. Its rapid intensification and unusual formation in late June raised concerns for the entire region. Fortunately, Tobago appears to have escaped the brunt of the storm. However, the island's fortunate outcome doesn't diminish the historic nature of Beryl. In the wake of Hurricane Beryl's fury, a scene of devastation unfolded across the southern eastern Caribbean islands. From St. Lucia south to Grenada, the storm's 150 miles per hour winds, just shy of a Category 5 strength, left a path of destruction. Downed power lines snaked across streets littered with debris, ripped from trees that were themselves now mere splintered limbs. The once verdant pastures were marred by the heartbreaking sight of livestock. Cows, felled by the storm's wrath, lay eerily still. Homes, particularly those constructed of tin and plywood, were left teetering precariously, a testament of Beryl's raw power. The island chain of Grenada felt the full force of Hurricane Beryl, with Carriacou and Petit Martinique suffering the most devastating blows. Beryl, a Category 4 storm at landfall, tore through Carriacou in a brutal half an hour, according to Grenada's Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell. Sadly, Mitchell confirmed 2 fatalities on the island. Relief efforts are already underway. Emergency officials are mobilizing boats and at least 1 plane to deliver vital supplies to the devastated islands. Additionally, a dedicated response team has been deployed to Carriacou with a primary focus on restoring communication systems to facilitate further aid and coordination. President of Barbados Youth Development Council, Caleb Brathwaite, gave an overview of the aftermath in Barbados.
So Barbados was really somewhat spared, even though there's a couple of damages, there were no loss of life, but in Barbados we have a lot to give thanks for, but we would have still see a significant blow to our fishing industry here in Barbados, with occasional damage across the coast.
While escaping the full brunt of Hurricane Beryl, Barbados' south coast faced flooding and some infrastructural damages. Despite the setbacks, government departments are expected to resume operations on Tuesday, with schools remaining closed through Wednesday to facilitate recovery efforts in Barbados. Luke James Strim, Tobago Updates Television News.
Miss Tobago Renisa Ortiz placed in the top 5 at the Miss World TNT pageant 2024. Despite not taking the coveted crown, Miss Ortiz, like many Tobagonians, felt a sense of pride in her placement, noting that the island was well represented. Janae Campbell tells us more.
Ms. Ortiz posited that the Miss World TT pageant offers a transformative experience from which young women can benefit.
Miss World journey has been one of adaptability, transformation, and most importantly, elevation. It has shown me so many traits about myself that I have not discovered, and I believe that's what pageantry offers. It offers an opportunity for personal development for young women.
However, the Miss World TT experience wasn't short of challenges for Ortiz.
It has been challenging for me, a lot more than my Trinidad counterparts, because I had to move to Trinidad for the competition for 2 months, just having to adapt to a completely different environment and observing and learning and ensuring that I show up to the best of my ability while representing Tobago.
She passionately disclosed that showcasing Tobago's cultural richness was at the heart of her presentation.
And I tried as much as possible on that night in my introduction to showcase Tobago, and that's why I chose to do Come Let We Go to Tobago. It was an ode to home.
Her success at the pageant could not have been attained without the efforts of some integral persons in her corner.
I want to thank my family and friends for the support. The persons who have been with me throughout my journey: Terence Wakai, Christopher Nathan, the Miss World team, my mom, my family, who have all been backing me from day one. It has been really amazing, and just to see the comments and the support at the end of the show with persons telling me just how proud they are, it really warmed my heart, and that's how I know that I did Tobago really proud.
Congratulations and best wishes, Renessa. Tobago is proud of you. Janae Campbell, Tobago Updates Television News.
The weather report is next.
Tobago Glass Supplies has been a leading name for over 37 years in the glass and aluminum market in Tobago. We provide an extensive range of high-quality, innovative aluminum and glass products for commercial and residential use. Competitive prices with superior and professional services by committed employees who are guided by rigid quality standards. Tobago Glass Supplies specializes in the manufacture and installation of glass and aluminum products that are essential to today's homeowners and the business environment. We are engaged in marketing, sales, and installation of a variety of products. These ranges from windows and doors to necessities such as mirrors for homes and vehicles, designed and manufactured in-house or imported.
Here's what to expect of the weather tonight into tomorrow from the TNT Met office. Tonight, fair to partly cloudy with scattered showers in some areas and the chance of isolated thunderstorm after midnight. Tonight's temperature should be around 26 degrees Celsius. Expect a few showery spells associated with the passage of active tropical wave. Tomorrow, variably cloudy and breezy with occasional showers in some areas and a medium chance of the odd heavy showers or thunderstorms mainly over northeastern areas. Conditions will be mostly settled from the late afternoon. Gusty winds and street flooding are possible in the event of showers and or heavy downpours. Tomorrow's temperature should reach a high of 31 degrees Celsius with a heat index of 34 degrees Celsius. Seas moderate with waves up to 1.5 to 2 meters in open waters and below 1 meter in sheltered areas. Sunrise at 5:54 and sunset at 6:30. And that's how we end this evening's newscast. Let's recap the headlines before we go. Trinidad and Tobago to assist Caribbean neighbors impacted by Hurricane Beryl. Chaos at the Scarborough port as sealing resumed. Villagers in Northeast Tobago band together to clear roadways. And TEMA's director has his eye on Invest 96L as it approached the Caribbean. I am Bianna Brebner. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a great night.
Last year, October 2023, the island tilted. The peaceful bliss of sea, sun, and sand was transcended as we took to the streets to revel in paradise.
Carnival right here, we're not leave it, we're going right down.
It's the greatest, it's the best, it's safe, and it's beautiful.
I love Tobago, baby. Coming back next year. Hey!
Playing pan on the streets is a magical experience. When the band strike up, is rhythm, steel, and powder. This is Tobago Carnival. Pan in paradise.
Tobago is the best. Tobago Carnival is the new home for the legend of Calypso. Where else can you get sweet Calypso music that gives you that nostalgic feeling?
Soca Titans is we title, is we monarch. We built artists from scratch who can perform with the best. Real Titans of Soca.
When last you've been to a party, plenty women looking so nice. We must be in paradise.
This year, ritual takes on new space and dimension. Traditions will be reimagined, breaking free and taking on new meaning on the road.
I love the energy!
This year, the revelry is bigger and better. More colors, more meaning. Great packages for the masqueraders. Tobago Carnival is freedom.
This year promoting safety in all events for Tobago Carnival. This year promoting whining, not minding people business. This year promoting clean fun, security and freedom.
Freedom to be any version of yourself that you choose to be with love and safety. Here, you have permission to be you, uninhibited and free.
So what you waiting on? This year, this October 2024, experience the ritual, revel in paradise, release yourself. From the greatest little island on the planet, this is the Tobago Carnival 2024.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed partners and sponsors, and most importantly, our beloved communities, welcome to the Tobago Heritage Festival 2024. As we embark on the 37th year of this festival, our theme is We Come Back. Back to our communities, back to our villages, back to our true indigenous heritage presentations and productions. We are bringing back iconic events such as Yesterday's Children, Bell Manor Riots, and the Courtship Codes. We want to highlight the importance of coming back to our roots, celebrating the people and the communities that make Tobago so special. Get ready for an unforgettable experience as we say, we come back to our true essence. We want to encourage each and every one of you to continue to support our cultural development and preservation in any way that you can. Your support is truly invaluable. Together, we can continue to make a positive impact that will be felt for generations to come. Thank you, and see you in July.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is with immense pride and excitement that I address you to officially launch the 2024 Tobago Heritage Festival. The Tobago Heritage Festival is not just an event, it is a journey back to our roots. This year's theme, we come back to our communities, back to our villages, back to our true indigenous heritage presentations and productions. It captures the true essence of revitalizing the culture and traditions that have shaped our identity for generations. This year marks the 37th successful hosting of the festival, and we are proud to officially dub the month of July as Tobago Heritage Month, a time when our island comes alive with rhythms, flavors, and stories of our ancestors. The festival continues to offer an unparalleled opportunity for economic growth on the island. Every stakeholder, from local artisan and vendor to hospitality businesses and transportation services, stand to benefit. Our vibrant cultural displays will attract visitors, boost tourism, and provide a significant economic uplift to the island. The heart of this festival beats in our communities. We are empowering each village to manage its own productions to ensure authenticity and sustainability. The Tobago Festival Commissions Limited and the Tobago House of Assembly are here to support you, fostering an environment where our heritage can flourish sustainably. As we embark on this journey, let us celebrate the essence of Tobago. Let us honor our heritage and support our communities as we showcase the vibrant culture that makes our island unique. Thank you.